Here's a piece of steak that I wanted to dry age for a couple of days, but then I accidentally left it in the fridge for about a month. Before that, I had wet aged it for about a week in cranberry juice. I think the dry aging period was a bit too long for a steak of this size. You can see that the moist part is down to just over half an inch. Since I aged it in a pretty clean fridge, I'm not going to trim anything off, but I am going to chop it up first and then cook it. This is Brooklyn, and I'm going to give him the bone. I added some salt, but it barely stuck because the meat was so dry. I'm rendering some fat from the steak to cook it in. He's still waiting. He knows something good is cooking. After cooking it in a scorching hot skillet for about a minute on each side, I add some butter to the pan. I flip the steak for another 10 to 15 seconds and quickly sear the sides. The steak is ready. It has a dry texture, so I let it rest for a few minutes. Then I squeeze some lemon on the pieces. Next, I use the rendered fat to cook 2 eggs over easy. Alright, it's time to serve. I put the greasy egg down first, pop the yolk, and then place the steak on top. It's still a little red on the inside. It tastes great, but I wouldn't exactly call it a steak. Maybe a jerky steak, if that's even a thing. He's still waiting, but not for long. Here's his bone. He's looking at me. He's like, "Are you gonna leave or what?" And there he is, the happiest and the goodest boy.